The ray bean is a tiny freshwater mussel that only lives in Ohio and 6 other states. It's listed as a federally endangered species because it's lost more than 70% of its habitat. And that's why this work here in Swan Creek is so critical. Talk about being knee-deep in a project. These biologists and environmentalists from both ODOT and the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service are trudging through the water and the mud to help protect the rayed bean mussel.
A lot of people see just the barrels and the construction stuff, and then there's us in the background underneath the bridge.
Like with any ODOT project, before they started work on this 475-23 bridge widening, they looked at things that could be affected by construction, including Swan Creek.
In order for us to maintain the environment we need to live in, we need to maintain those conditions for other parts of the ecosystem. So it all goes hand in hand.
This is the only project in the state of Ohio where we know ODOT has an endangered species within the project area.
Work that's being done on the project can disturb the endangered mussel's habitat. That's the reason for the relocation of some of the mussels and the bridge across the stream. Among other things, the bridge makes access to the work site easier for crews.
It's a mussel that only lives in a few places in Ohio, and they just happen to really like this spot.
The work to protect the rayed bean mussel is difficult. Crews map out targeted areas.
So what we're doing today is from this pedestrian bridge that way.
And then rope them off. They either dig in the mud with their hands or shovels and then use a screen to sift through what they find. And sometimes the work involves putting on snorkels and looking through special scopes.
They tend to burrow themselves down into the substrate, so they can be a little precarious to find, but like I said, we have specialists that know what they're looking for.
There are a number of different mussels that live in Swan Creek. The common species will be moved upstream. The rayed beans in this area will be relocated to a new stream, while the rayed beans that are not in the Swan Creek work zone get to stay put.
Like anything in an ecosystem, everything has its place, and mussels are a really important thing for stream longevity and health.
So this work to protect the rayed bean mussel will hopefully help increase its population, keep the water of Swan Creek healthy, and the traffic above moving smoothly. Lisa Guyton, 13 ABC, Action News.